Yep, horses. These trees are fascinating. I don't know about you all, but I can hear it running. The gears turning, cables spinning. Flat's the last mile. Oh, cactus. Hello world, hello future self. We are on another hike. Lost Horse Mine Loop Trail in Joshua Tree National Park, located east of Los Angeles, north of San Diego, and north of the Salton Sea in Southern California. Zooming down into the terrain features of our hike today. I try to do something a little bit different here. Because the closer I get, the better off you can see these. Let me see here. There we go. So here's our trailhead up here. And let me see here. There we go. Here you can see how the trail just kind of winds up in a. Looks like it goes. Yeah. Let me see if I can do it this way instead. There we go. Excuse me. Winds through the little hills here. The steady uphill up to the mine, which is right about here. I will, yeah, there we go. Give a little more definition on the elevation here. Then we'll go up to the mine. Interesting place. During the discussion, we'll look at the how a mine actually functions, how a stamp mine works. I've never known that. And here we go. And then we kind of come down a little bit, down, down, down. We're working our way down actually from once we get past the mountain here at the top, the peak of the mountain. Work our way across. Trail's good trail, no problems. As we come around here, we come around these hills here and down. This is about the midway point where an old they called it the Optimist Mine. That was a failed mine. We go up a little bit, down across here and into closer to the valley, where you start to see the Joshua trees. Above there is mainly yucca, and the trail guides you around the washes. It looks like it's a little farther anyway. The trail guides you through here. This is mainly flat and gradual downhill, all the way back to the Lost Horse Mine trailhead. This is Key View Road here. As you can see, going to our left, it goes up to Keys View, and then you come off from the West Gate entrance. Is how the video took us through the West Gate entrance. Over here through Joshua Tree, then down around here through West Gate. All right, That's our terrain brief real quick, and then we'll have enjoy the trail. Okay, today's hike is going to take us to JTree National Park, Lost Horse Mine. It looks like there might be a mountain that you can get up, a peak that you can get up to. Enjoy. Lots of, I think, yeah, yucca here. Try and get a little closer on this trail in this area here. Lost horse. Check that clump of paddle. Cactus. Kind of cool, but these are, well, it is cool. There's horses up here on this trail. Couldn't really, I saw a few back there, but this time I did see a few more horse hooves marks in this trail here. Yep, horses. First glimpse of both sides of the, I guess that's the Lost Horse Valley area. And you come across here, start to look over there to the Pinto Basin area. Looks like we're walking that direction. I've been noticing that a lot of the yucca, or maybe it's all yucca, and Joshua trees have been topped. Curious if it's has to do with either loss of water or maybe they just used them. Okay, so I believe that's the mine. Yep, and then the trail winds, zigzags up to the top there. Okay, well, we made it to the mine here, but curious if we can get up a little bit higher. See what it looks like. Cool. I'd love to see this working, huh? Maybe there's a little video we can check out. Kind of through this barbed wire fence here, but I don't know about you all, but I can hear it running. The gears turning, cables spinning. Up here on this mountaintop. Okay, let's see what else we can find. Curious. I wonder if these are bases of maybe the homes that were here, that they built up here. All right. Hello world, hello future self. This is our brief on Lost Horse. I think I called it Lost Hill during the terrain. Lost Horse Mine Trail. We're going to do the loop. It's a historic, a scenic area in JTree National Park, known for its dense stands of Joshua trees. The valley is. The hike takes us up and around where it's less dense, and a historic lost mine. We're going to do the Lost Horse Loop. There's also Out and Back if you wanted to not go as far. I decided to do the loop this morning. And then the trailhead access is easy. You drive through a dirt road, a little bumpy, not as smooth as a split rock road, but it's accessible. All right, the historic mine was one of the most successful ones. 10,000 ounces of gold. I think I read something like $5 million for that time, or maybe for this time back then. So it was quite a bit. It was the Ryan Ranch and this guy named Lang were big parts of this. All right, that's the valley. Here's some pictures of the mine. The old gold mine. I didn't know how stamp mines work, but I'm going to show a quick demonstration and listen to it because I can see the gears running, making noise. This is actually a good view right here. This one here, let's see, yeah. And it shows you how these things go up and down. I didn't know this, guys. And then it crushes the rock and with water, and then it pulverizes it, and then there's some trays here that will separate the gold from the ore, from the granite, let's say. Let's see now. Pictures. All right. Why was it named Lost Horse? Lost Horse after the local cattleman. His name is John Lang. Had his horses stolen by the notorious McHaney Gang of outlaws in the late 1800s. Basically, he went out and looked for he had a homestead there in the valley. He was a cattleman first. He looked for his horses, went up to the gang, and the gang said they didn't have them. And then he ended up coming back, Lang that is, and then worked with another guy, Frank Diebold here, and opened up a mine. Diebold said, "Hey, I saw a vein of gold, and now I want your help. Let's go in together and work it." So then Lang ended up making a lot of money. So they named the mine after the lost horses that were missed. Oh, here it is. The total output was valued at approximately $5 million in the currency of that era. That's a lot back then, late 1800s. Okay, what type of mill? It was a stamp mill, and it looks like a mercury amalgamation process. And basically, they would take the ore, crush it, stamp mill, crushing, and then work on. The mercury vaporized when heated and was condensed and collected for refuge. Okay, let me see here. The mercury and the precious metal mixture, the amalgam, was scraped off the plates at the end of the run. This amalgam was then heated in a retort process to separate the two metals, the remaining gold and silver. So the mercury vaporized when heated. The remaining gold and silver was left behind and formed into bricks. Man, that's kind of cool, huh? They in the 1930s, after the main vein was lost in this mine, the tailings, leftover processed rock, were processed using a more modern cyanide process to extract the remaining gold. All right, so there are some mills. Let's see what one looks like. Which I'll go ahead and go here. I don't know how YouTube reacts to me showing videos from a mill. But let's we'll go to the Lost Horse Loop. The hike. It is a strenuous hike, a moderately strenuous. Yeah, just a little, not much. That depends, I guess, on how in shape you are. It is a loop, approximately 6.2 miles. Well-maintained trail after the mine. Works nice. It goes up and down. Beautiful views, of course. And about halfway there, you get to this stone chimney, and it was an old Optimist mine. I did see some openings in the ground. I didn't know what they were. I kind of moved on, but in the area, I guess you still have the mine there are mine access points there that they used to use, but it's an old Optimist Mine is what it's called. Yeah, the chimney was interesting. I put my own little rock there to hold it up. Okay, so let's go and take a quick look at the how a mill works. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'm gonna I'm gonna keep the volume off, and then I'll see how this reacts, how YouTube reacts. But anyway, the runs are thrown into this chute up top, and then the mill crushes it down and down with water. And remember that the Lost Force mine received its water from Ryan Ranch, which of course there's a commercial. Received its water from Ryan Ranch, 3.5 mile pipeline all the way to Lost Force Mine. So let's do a quick listen. So as I was on the hike, you can see the, okay, here's another view up top here. So they're putting the ore, the guy in the yellows puts the ore into the chutes, and then it gets crushed by the stamp mine. And there's your gears and pulleys and all kinds of noise. Let me see here. I find it interesting. All right, everyone. Please enjoy the rest of the hike. A little over 2 miles, 2.2, maybe 2.3, because I started a bit late. We're gonna work our way across the side of these mountains here, hills, and then up and over and down to the right. I think it's called Monzite granite, something like that. I'll research it back again. Pinto Basin. At the peak over there. Looks like we're going down and then around this guy. Yep. That's what it looks like. I don't know. Maybe a halfway marker? Because it looks like someone moved all those shale from, actually it's right up there. Oh, it is 3 miles. Halfway? Don't know yet. I see, that's a chimney some sort. Interesting. Someone's house was out here? Wow. This is out in the middle of nowhere. This is mile 3, by the way. Mile 3. So I noticed there was some rock taken out over here to the left on the trail there, but it's interesting how they probably moved it from there to here because it looks like it's perfectly shaped for this. How they built there. And they put little rocks in there to hold up the bigger rocks, I suppose. That's an interesting spot there. Wow. Looks like a nice heart. Oh, the heart-shaped paddle. Cool. Paddle cactus. I'm impressed, Bruffy, out here by how big these yucca roots are. These yucca, how they grow. Look at that. They have like stalks that are just massive. This just tells me that they've been here a while. I think I'll do it this way. I like the way the top looks. Look at that, massive. So, a little clip from my Joshua Tree clip, episode. Gonna walk, I'm standing straight, walking straight under it. kind of gives you a little bit of a... Well, the Joshua Tree clip was 4 miles. Steady downhill, going around the, I guess would be the southern part of the loop. Okay, split 5. It's been flat for the last mile. These trees are fascinating. Mile 6. Mile 6. According to my watch. Flat for the last mile.